light that flame, put on that oven, put on that apron, and let's go. Welcome once again to Friar Chef. Today we have a great chef. I've lived with Tom. His name is Father Tom Gallagher. He's the new pastor here at St. Francis of Assisi on West 31st Street. He's going to prepare for us a chicken dish with orzo mushrooms and peas. It is absolutely delicious. Oh, also grapes. Wonderful. I'd like to introduce to you right now, Father Tom.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tom Gallagher here with Father Michael Carnevali, and I just want to talk about this wonderful orzo recipe. You can see the finished product right there, but we're going to go step by step to see how we create it. So we begin with just a little bit of butter that we're going to put into our pan and just allow that to melt and come to a simmer. And we'll add a little bit of olive oil to that.
So it's not working.
Oh, we always have trouble with this oven. So this is the first time I use this
really?
stove. So yeah, so trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, you got to get used to it.
That's to get used to it. So it's a little bit high. The flame is pretty high, but it'll melt that butter pretty quickly. And then eventually we'll add some olive oil to that, so that we have both olive oil and the butter. We're just gonna just let those things heat and come to a little bubble.
Not much olive oil, though.
Not much,
no.
No. About half as much as the butter. So it's just a nice combination. You get the nice flavors in there.
Mm.
And then, miracle of miracles, we moved to the front burner.
Oh,
So we got it working. So we add the garlic to that, and we add that minced garlic. And I know, Michael, there's never too much garlic, so we could make that work. And just let that simmer away, and just allow those flavors just to pop and to expand.
You got to watch it so it doesn't burn.
You don't want it. You definitely don't want it to burn. You ruin it if you burn that garlic. It's the last thing you want to do. Then you add the orzo. So there's 3 cups of orzo going in here. And what's interesting about this is with this orzo, almost like you would do a risotto, you're going to let it absorb all of the oil and let that just toast. So it just really cooks right through there, and it actually gets a little crunchier than it was. You can see it turning color. So it's
nice flavor gets in there
too. Nice flavor, nice toasted flavor gets in there. And now we just add some white wine to that. So a drinkable white wine, something that you wouldn't mind serving.
Definitely.
And it's about 1/3 of a cup to a cup of orzo, but you can be a little more generous if you like. And what you see here, we've got this chicken stock, which is a little richer than a normal chicken stock. It's almost like a demi-glaze with the chicken stock. So we'll add all of that chicken stock, and while that's simmering away and just absorbing all of that, up to 15-20 minutes, and then we'll just begin to sauté the mushrooms.
Different types you can use.
Lots of different kinds of mushrooms. I think they all have different flavors, and you can have your favorites and just use one kind if you like. Some people like portobello, some people just don't really care, but it's just wonderful, nice shiitake mushrooms. So while the mushrooms are sautéing, I chop the parsley that we're going to use really at the end of everything with the chicken recipe that we're going to talk about next week. So nice chopped parsley, and then zest the lemons. That lemon zest is going to go into the orzo and just a nice little flavor to it. And then we'll add some lemon juice also from that. But chop that zest so it's nice.
It brings a nice bright flavor.
And color is good.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Got all of those ready. I don't have a little lemon squeezer, so I have to be careful of the pits. So I tried to take some of the pits out. And with peas, some people like them, some people don't. I think it's just perfect for this recipe. You could use asparagus if you like. You could use broccoli if you like. But the frozen peas, if you have fresh peas, that's even better. But the frozen peas, just toss them right in with those mushrooms and just let them begin to defrost and get some color.
You don't let them cook too long, do
I don't
you?
to cook.
No.
I don't like overcooked. Yeah, they're just, get all those wrinkles.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
and that's just about ready to go. You see how it's absorbed most of that liquid.
Yeah.
to make sure nothing's sticking on the bottom. Let that sit another minute or two, and then just add your mushrooms and peas. And you can see how it's absorbed more and more of that liquid. I'm just going to let that go. Just toss that. So it's flavorful, great color. And once that's all turned, we're going to add our lemon zest.
Do you use any other spices in?
Just salt and pepper. That's
Just a
all.
little
Just a little salt and pepper. That's it. You could do Parmesan cheese if you like. That would be an interesting thing. I've not done that, but I think that could be a nice addition to it. And that's just going to give it a little stir. Let it sit for a minute or two so that it can absorb all of those flavors and just be ready to go.
Yeah. Looks
and once
beautiful.
that's set, just take a good look at that. It really looks lovely. Nice presentation. And then we're going to put this onto a plate. And next week we're going to talk about this chicken. And the chicken is done with shallots and grapes. And so we're going to just put the chicken right on top of that orzo. Add some of the shallots and some of the grapes. It's a great presentation. So we can serve this dish as it on its own. It can be served with the chicken, perhaps with shrimp if you like. But it's just it could be a lovely side dish also. So it's really just wonderful as it is, and it's enjoyable. So bon appetit.
Thank you, Father Tom. This week we've done the orzo, and in 2 weeks we're going to have the chicken, so you've got to come back. You can do these, by the way, separately. It doesn't matter. You can use the orzo as a side dish, but let me tell you, I wouldn't do that. I want to see both together. They're great. See you in 2 weeks. Thank you.